Good afternoon and welcome to my live this afternoon. My name is Jenny McCormack. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm based in Brackley in Northamptonshire. Thank you so much for joining me today. Something slightly different from my card making today. So I'm not actually going to do a little bit of stamping, but not a great deal. I did stamp these characters out at the weekend, and these are from the two sets that we used yesterday, and that is Hey Birthday Chick, which is in the Spring Summer catalogue, and then a stamp set that has, just take that band off, returned. This was in celebration in 2017 and it's returned, called Hey Chick, and they have matching dies. So what I did at the weekend, it's something I try and do with the majority of my stamp sets, especially if they've got characters, is to stamp them out and colour them in. I've used our blends pens in this case. Just to get a feel for what they'll look like, and also it means it's nice and quick to make cards a bit later on. So I've had an idea in my head that I want to try, and I'm hoping this is going to work this time round. Fingers crossed, we'll soon find out. Hello Lynn, thank you for joining us. So the plan that I had in mind was to create what would have been a chicken coop, and then have the chickens standing on the top partying, so like they've escaped from their coop. So what I've done is I've used our stitched rectangle dies. I've used two together with a gap in between, so that I can create, this is going to be my base card, this coop here at the bottom, and then I'm going to have my chickens standing on the top. So that's my idea. So what I thought I would do is use our all wired up stamp set to stamp the chicken wire on here, and place this on the top, and then place part of that onto our card. So I'm hoping that makes some sense. And then I'm going to add some of these chickens on the top. I quite fancy these, are rather fun, these three here, if you can see those, but also the ones with the birthday cake and this little chicken here. And I also thought I could use a little bit of this fence to go on either side of the chicken coop. So I'm just going to put these off to one side for a minute. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add the chicken wire effect here onto this background. So I'm going to do exactly what I did before. Now I've used a rectangle to cut this out, and I've used the size of rectangle halfway in between. I could have just measured it and cut a piece out, but it was as easy to do that as it was anything else. And I'm just going to use Sahara Sand ink. So just going to place this all the way over the stamp, and then pop my piece of card in. Now I know I'm not going to use all the card, and if I was going to do two cards, that would be quite sensible, because I could cut each of these pieces in half and use those. So I'm going to place this roughly in the middle. Just going to get a spare piece of designer paper, grid paper, I beg your pardon. I'm throwing it around. Hope you're feeling okay, my lovely Lily. So just going to pop that on there. So thanks to everybody joining us. Do say hi if you have the opportunity, and then I know who it is that's there watching. Because all it gives me is a number, so unless you say anything, I don't know who it is. Okay, so there's my chicken wire effect, and this stamp set is called All Wired Up. Let's just wipe that clean while I remember. Oops. There we go. Okay, so my plan is to put that on, and in fact if I did cut that in half I would have 2 chicken coops to play with, so I think I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to put a very light amount of glue, if I can see it, around this inside edge. Let me just get that coming to life. Oops. Oh my goodness, I'm not surprised. Take it easy, Lynn. Strip the bed, disinfected and waiting for it to dry. Let's see. I hope it dries alright. That's a lot to be doing when you're recovering. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that in the centre. Like so. Hi Karen. Thanks for joining us again. I hope you're well and having a reasonable day. So what I'm going to do is just cut that in half. Throw my trimmer around everywhere. So you could alter this, the size of this. I'm going to just cut it on this side, I think. So it's 8.5, so about 4.25. Well, no, I can understand wanting to get rid of it for sure. So I'm just cutting that in half so I can make another card. Now I know I haven't got this this outline exactly straight, so I'm just going to choose the one that looks the best, because I know they're slightly leaning. But my thought is to pop that on there like my chicken coop, and then I could add this little bit of fencing. It looks like a goalpost actually, doesn't it? This little bit of fencing on here and here, and then I'm going to have my chickens up on the top, so whichever ones I go for, like so. So they're sort of partying. So that's my plan. Oh, well done Karen. It's always nice, isn't it, to get an order through. I know we've all been waiting patiently. So I had another one of mine arrive today, so that was good. So what I'm going to do, just want to see, I'm going to line it up to that bottom one there, I think. So let's pop that on. I'm impressed that you're watching me and not crafting in that case, Karen. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this down here. So if you didn't have these rectangle framelets, you could just cut a little border. As I say, I know that's not dead straight, but it will do for my purposes. And let's Yes, well that will sort of work, won't it? Let's just try it and see. So just going to trim this off here. And pop another one on there like that. So let's stick this one down. But you could certainly make this a bit thinner. But it was just an idea I had in my mind of the chickens on top of the coop. Parting the way. So I'm just going to pop that on there. Like so. And then do the same one here. So I'm going to stick this one down and then trim it off the back of the card. Oops. A bit too much glue there really. Let me just take a little bit of that off. Because I don't want it seeping out everywhere. So I'm just putting that up next to that. And then trim that. Like so. So you can keep that bit of fence for another time. Okay. And then I'm going to just do a little bit of blending on the top to give a little bit of background. Not a great deal. Because you've seen all of that before. So this is Seaside Spray, the colour of the card I've got, and soft suede for that layer. So let me use the same blue. Thanks, Lynn. I find it a lot easier to colour a whole lot in together, one after the other. And then let me just see, somebody sent me a message. Oh, it's disappeared. It was Carol, I think. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up a little bit of this blue. I'm going to use a scrap. I've got a brand new sheet on here, so I'm just going to use a scrap of this grid paper. Just to do this blending on, to keep my piece a bit cleaner for a bit longer. Obviously you could add overhead branches and things like that. Just give it a little bit of background. So I had 2 boxes arrive today, so for the ladies that do my monthly class in a box, I have 8 boxes ready to go out. So they will go out to the first 8 people who ordered. I think that's the fairest way that I can do it, rather than hold on to them all until my other components come in. So I'm literally just going down the list as people ordered. And then the other boxes are coming through fairly quickly now. And we also, you may notice if you place any orders from here on, have a new tracking system. It does link to the UPS tracking system, but it's much more user friendly. So if you place an order and it starts moving, you'll see a new tracking page that you can click on. You can also, instead of having to go to UPS, you can be notified by text message of your parcel's progress. So it's something that Stamping Up trialled in America, and I think it was about 6 months ago. and they were so pleased with the results that they have extended it out to Europe. So that was very nice, because I didn't know that was coming until they announced it. So it's always nice to have a nice surprise, isn't it? Okay, that will do for my little bit of sky. As I say, it's not really deep, but it's just giving it a little bit. Hi Julie, don't apologise for being late, that's fine. Okay, so I'm trying to make some sense of the idea that I had. We'll see whether this works. So I'm using the Hey Chick set, and I'm trying to make this look a bit like a hen coop, and then have the hens, chickens and things on the top, like they've escaped. So to me this is probably too wide. I think I need to make it smaller, so next time I did it I would use the next rectangle size up to make it a bit narrower. But let's put these bits together anyway. So this is my base card, Seaside Spray, and then I've got soft suede. So what I do with my grid paper, if anybody's wondering, is I use it obviously for my demonstrations. I turn it over and use the other side, and then I chop it down either the middle or into quarters so that it can use for ripping up and things like that. So it doesn't matter if it's not, you know, completely tidy. So here we go with my seal. I'm glad to say all my seal refills have arrived, so I can be back up and running. Got cat hair on there. So I hope you've had a good day, Julie. So just positioning that in there, and then this piece is going to hop onto there, and I'm just going to keep these flat. I might, I probably will put my chickens on with some dimensionals. So these just standard size layers. So this middle layer here that I'm working on now is 9.5 by 13.85, and this one is 10 by 14.35. So let's see who we can put on. So obviously this this chappy here, actually I could put some in the front. I could have put one behind, couldn't I? But I rather like having this one here with the cake, which could be right on the top, like so. And then I've got this, let's see, I've got 3 of these. I'm just going to pick out the one, rather like this funky one with the colours, like so. I suppose I could have one down here. Oh, now I've got too many options. Or this one up here. He's got a little party hat on, this chappy. What do you think? Do I need one in the front? I've used that one, haven't I? It's going to get in the way, really. I don't really want... I could cut the cake off this one. Could put happy birthday in there. So what do you think of those ones there? Or do I need... let's see. Ooh, decisions. Let's have a see. So I could put. I was thinking I could put happy birthday up there, but I really like something. Put the sentiment in the coop. Yes. You're still a spring chicken. So I think that chicken looks a bit big on there. So that would be my, I think. Like that. He sort of fits in there quite nicely, doesn't he? And then they're all sort of partying. I'm hoping my big happy birthday will fit in there. From Sweet Ice Cream. This is my current go-to favourite. Like so. Thank you Lynn for your lovely hearts. Oh, hi Julie. So, do we want more chickens and things across the top? What do you think? I mean, they could be easily be layered like they're all, you know, having a party. It's not very socially distanced though, is it? But about like that. I can start my happy birthday while I'm deliberating. So let me know if I need less animals or more animals, or whether it's just right. Because the three look just a bit sort of on their lonesome, really. I could put another one down here. So I could have 3 there. Happy birthday, and the little chick there. On the basis he's just come out of his egg, he probably can't climb anyway. What do you think? The amount we have now. Okay. So I'm going to use, I did get soft suede out, but I think my soft suede is very light. Let me just try it and see. Onto my scrap paper. No, it's okay. I'm going to wipe it down though. Let's give it a go. So I've said before, if you notice your stamp is sticking to your ink pad, that's a good sign that your ink pad needs more ink. I'm just giving this a good amount of pressure because I know there's not much ink in there. Okay, so I'm going to have this slightly to the left so I can get that little chicken. There we go. Could you hear it release from the paper as well? That's another indicator. Hi Claire. Thanks for joining us. We're having fun with chickens, dancing chickens and partying chickens. We've got chickens with balloons wrapped around them. I could have put him on the side, couldn't I, as well? So lots of variations. And that's a nice thing about doing a whole series of stamping and then just cutting out, because you can then play with those accordingly. So I'm going to pop these up on dimensionals. So Claire, I hope you're well, and I hope Matty's okay. I hope he's still being able to go to school and everything. Let's put a little bit on here. So it's still just light, and it's nearly 5:30. Oh, thank you, Claire. Lots of love from Claire. So there's a cheeky little egg there. I do love this fence. You could use that fence for so many things. And I did think I could use the chicken wire die, but this was a little bit too big for what I wanted. Oh, hi Joe. You did just catch me. I've got escaping chickens having a party today. Oh, we're good, thank you, Claire. So I haven't seen my mum since last August. But she's doing okay. She's hanging on in there. I don't think she can, you know, she's so looking forward to having people to visit and everything. Let's put him down there, or her. I think we've decided as a family to have a family celebration in the summer to celebrate everybody's birthdays. Because obviously we didn't celebrate my mum's 91st or anything like that. So we're saying we don't need an excuse. And also to meet our new, well, my new great niece that's arrived. So she'll be a year old in April, so she was born in lockdown. So I'm just positioning that. So, and then this with the funky hair. So I've got some different colours of those. I think I like that one with the blue and the what have you. Oh, thank you for the cat. Oh, hopefully, and the same goes for you and all your family, Claire, and everybody else in their family, of course. So I'm just popping these in the middle, and just going to cut some very small pieces for his feet. Oops. Or her feet. That one went a bit awry. So I hope everybody's had a good day. It's been very bright and sunny here. There's still snow on the ground, not a great deal, but there is a bit of snow on the ground. But I managed to take Cassie out for a nice run around and chasing the ball. We managed to retrieve a previously hidden ball out of the hedges, and also found an extra tennis ball. So we went out with one and came back with 3. There we go. Yeah. And I wonder if I could put, let's see, I could put You're Still a Spring Chicken in there, or Hey Chick, or Have a Happy Day. You're Still a Spring Chicken. Might fit in there, mightn't it? Cassie was very happy. Very happy indeed. I'm going to put spring chicken, why not? If it'll fit in. There we go. A gallon in the space. Oh, balloon. Oh, that's true. I don't think there's enough space for it though. I could cut that off there. Put it in. I feel then it's just a bit squished in. Sorry, Lynn. Good idea though. I'm going to try You're Still a Spring Chicken. I know it's a bit risky. But if I mess it up, I can always... So I'm going to stamp on the back of this piece here. Put something over it. There we go. There we are. So I'm just going to bring this right down so I can see what I'm doing. Sorry if it's sort of slightly out of your view. There we go. You're still a spring chicken. Happy birthday. And while I've got it out, let's put Let's Celebrate You on the inside. And I think I might have to put something on the envelope as well. Let's Celebrate You. I'm going to stamp that in a darker ink. I'm going to stamp that in espresso because it's going on to the blue card. And there we are, we'll be done. So thanks everybody for joining us. I'm going to stamp this off again. I haven't used this stamp yet, so it's always best to stamp it off. This is another one that needs re-inking. Yes, I got the ball out. I took a towel with me, lay on the towel to reach in and move the branches enough. So there we go. Let's Celebrate You. You're Still a Spring Chicken. So I like this idea of the chicken coop, but in my mind this is a little bit too thick. So I would redo that. I wonder if I can try it on the piece I've just used by just trimming along there. I'm not pleased with it. It does what I want it to do, but it looks a little bit thick. So I'm just going to trim this down. I know it's not, it won't be completely straight, but let's just give it a go. If I mess it up, I'm not really worried, because I've got 2 out of 1 anyway. Now there is a die cut that has the hen house on it, but the scale is a little bit too small. So yeah, I think that would work a little bit better, wouldn't it? A smaller one. Yeah, I think the thinner frame is better. So I could do another one. I could have this one out the front. So I'm just going to put this just going to make this into another card. So if you don't want to see me repeat all of that, then don't feel you have to stay, but I'm just going to recreate that with the smaller frame. So just going to use a piece of white card. Just going to cut that to size because I can see that's obviously the wrong size for the card. I think it's the right, yeah, it's 9.5, but it needs to be 13.85. Okay, so let me just try something else. If I put this down here, I could have, so this will be cut off either side. I could have my dancing chickens. What do you think? I'll have one of my wacky ones here. Mm. Or actually, I could have it over one side with my fence. This is the bit I've got left of my fence. Like so. I can't quite decide. Portrait or landscape now? Definitely have one of these down on the ground. Sorry, I know this is really boring for you looking at me just doing this. I do apologise. I should have just finished after one, shouldn't I? Be done with it. I'm going to do it like that. And I'm going to use the small happy birthday. Right, let's put this down. going to be decisive now. Voila. Right, let's pop this on. Actually, I like that. A bit there. Just leave that to set before I cut that little bit off. And this chicken could go right over here. Could go up in there like that. And then that one there. That will do the job, I think. I haven't used these though. Let me see if my happy birthday will fit in there. Okay, I'm going to try that happy birthday at the top. Let's find. Thank you, Tracy. Just a bit of fun. So this was my first one. You can just see off on there. Let's move this around here. I don't know if you joined us right from the beginning, Tracy, or not. Let's move this over a little bit. There we go. What was going to do now? Happy birthday at the top. So I can see through the stamp that I haven't got much of the ink on there. Hopefully that will do the job. Oh, craft and chat tonight, more than likely, although I'm busy packing boxes up, and that's in the other room. But I will open the craft and chat room anyway. And who did I have up on the top? This mad one here. Okay, let's trim this bit off here. So Tracy's orders arrived, Karen's orders arrived. That's all good stuff, isn't it? So she's going up on dimensionals. Just use these edges up. If I'm not careful, I end up with so many edges. There we go. So Tracy, you'll be pleased to know that your class in a box is the first one to go out. There we go. Voila. Funky one just on the edge. I know, it's lovely, isn't it, Karen? And especially when you've been waiting a while, which I guess you have too. It's just so nice, isn't it, to receive a parcel. Even more so when you've forgotten what it was you've ordered. So I wonder what exciting things you ordered, Karen. Did you order from the new spring summer? Oh, January to June. Or did you have a mix of things, I wonder? There we go. Tiny bit left of that one. And I just need something in there. Oh, I know. I'm going to use this little chick from the die. The chick is so cute. He would be fab. You can see him. It's a cute little chick and he'd be facing the right way. So I'm just going to cut out some of those. Oh, snails, chickens, ice creams, windows. Oh my goodness, well done, Karen. So I'm just going to cut this out in. So this is Mango Melody, so I think I'm going to cut him out in something yellow. Just going to see what yellow comes to hand. And I've got Mango Melody, so that's perfect. And I might then put that all on a Mango Melody card. So bear with me a second while I just cut that out. Oops, Stacey. So have you got a separate crafting space, Karen, I wonder? Just using my small embossing machine because it's nice and quick. Look at him. How cute. Oh, craft nest. Oh, that's rather good, Karen. That's what we like to hear. Craft nest, that's a good description. Crazy. Fab. I think I need 3 chickens there. Or just one. I've just dropped my die, folks. How dangerous is that? Oh. Oh, there it is. That was lucky. That was lucky. So one chicken, do we think? Looks a bit busy with 3 maybe. Let's just cut one more out and then decide. Right, oh my goodness, I have gone on rather today, haven't I? Apologise, folks. Sorry. You know it's time to stop when everything leaps off your desk. Okay. So after all that, Tracy agrees and she says just one. I could put some on here, of course. So the question is, does it look odd because that's a die cut one, not a stamped and cut out one? Right, just going to put a layer behind that anyway. So, going to put soft suede and mango melody card. All being well. See what I've got. Daffodil Delight. Crushed curry will do the job. Save me cutting another layer. Okay, just squish that one out of the way. So just cutting this one down to size to 10 centimetres. By 14.35. Scoring this one at 10.5. Go. Voila. One on there. That one on there. Going to add a little bit of sky here. Just to deepen out a little bit. So you can tell the nights are getting earlier and earlier because I look up on my clock and I think, oh yeah, it's still nice and light. And then I suddenly realise it's like 4:45. So it is good. It is good. But when you get it used to being, okay, when it just begins to get dark, it's time to get ready. It catches you out a little bit. There we go. bit in there, a little bit in there. And we're done. There we go. Okay, so just layer this up really quickly. Because I've got these layers on, I'm just going to use wet glue on the reverse. And just a scribble of glue all the way across, just a light amount. Slide it into position so that you're moving the glue around, like so. I'll pop that onto my crushed curry layer. Like so. Check the card's opening the right way around. There we go. So your spring chicken. And then this one. I'm not sure that this doesn't look more like a goal than a chicken coop. But hey ho. So the question is, do I add my little duckling? Or do I leave the duckling off? I feel it needs something in there. That's why I'm hesitating. No. No. What? No duckling, Tracy. Better without. Yeah, I agree, because it's different. It's a different thing, isn't it? Different setup. Okay. Well, I'm going to ponder on what I might put there. Whether I've got some presents I could cut out and stick on, or I could cut out some more of these little, well, they would look odd, wouldn't they? I don't know. Maybe less is more. I'm going to go with it as is. So, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my fun little card. So it sort of worked. Where I was coming from in terms of doing the chicken coop. I think this one is better. That one's got too much around it, but hey ho, we live and learn. I'm sure somebody will still enjoy receiving the card, especially some of my young. Yes, I did think about the egg chick actually, because the egg chick just about, this one here might just about fit, so I'll have a play when I've finished and decide, but you don't need to sit around and wait for me to do that. So thank you so much for joining me today. I shall be back again tomorrow, Friday, live at 5. For another animal themed card. Not quite sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. It might be a surprise. So thank you so much for joining me. I'd like to do a pop-up card maybe tomorrow, so I'll look at doing some sort of pop-up, because that would be fun. So thanks very much for watching me today. Really appreciate you joining me, everybody. It's been nice to have you along and chattering and giving me some assistance. So all that remains is for me to say thank you so much for watching. Please take care, look after your loved ones, look after yourselves. If you're anywhere cold, please stay warm and safe. I look forward to crafting with you again soon. Thank you so much. Bye bye.